Alright guys and girls, ladies and gents, all just watching this video, welcome to the first ever story time with Yeti. Now the story that I'm going to be telling today is the story of how I ripped my ACL without actually ripping it. Now that sounds weird, I know, but when we get into the story, you'll see how it actually happened. So before we get into it though, I'm just going to let you know that this is Black Ops 1 gameplay. I'm talking over it, not live commentating. So yeah, anyway, let's get into the story. So it starts off with me in football. So I play on the school football team. I'm not the best player in the world. I'm not going to claim that I'm the best, because I'm not. Yeah, so we were at a game. It was 3 hours away from my house. So we drove over there. We were doing all our practice stuff. And so to skip ahead to the actual game when game time's actually starting. So the game's starting. I'm on kickoff return, I think. I think that's what it's called. I'm not too sure. But yeah, so we're on kickoff return, and I'm actually lined up in the wrong position. So I was on the right side of the field, and I was supposed to be on the left side. But instead I'm on the right side, so this is probably why I got hurt, because I goofed up. I don't know. But, so what happened was, as they kicked the ball to us, we were, this is first play, by the way, like, first few seconds of the game. So they kicked the ball to us, our ball carrier catches it, and he starts running. So as I see the guy, as I see our ball carrier running up beside me, I go in, and there's a guy coming right for him, and I'm a little bit off. So I stop, and I try and do like a V almost to get to him. So as I stop and do a V, my knee locks up on me, and I fall forward. So yeah, you can imagine how bad that would probably hurt. So like, it's almost like a hyperextension, but then the knee also locks on you as well, and you fall forward. So with that, I actually ripped the bone off where the ACL attaches. It's all in the knee area. There's gonna be a couple pictures up, so you can see everything. They are a bit graphic, so they're not like totally graphic. There is a little bit of blood there, but it's nothing like too much. But yeah, so we did that, and I actually ended up. So I had to go down on the knee and stuff. Actually, I couldn't go on the knee. I had to like lay there because I couldn't. So eventually someone came in. They told me what was wrong. I said, I don't know. I just kind of fell forward, and it almost feels like when you roll your ankle, except for it's in your knee. So I had to. We were hoping that maybe I could play in the game, but I couldn't. As you can see right now, my knee was pretty swollen. This is probably about it's probably about 4 or 5 hours after I injured it. Maybe even 6 hours after I injured it. So that was after I injured it, and so what happened was I had to go in, and I just stayed at the game. I ended up watching the game because after I was in the car and stuff, I felt fine. So I stayed to watch the game. We won, hooray. So then we ended up going down to the hospital, and they told me that they couldn't do anything because it was too swollen, so they couldn't see anything in the x-rays. They couldn't, like they said, just wait till the swelling goes down. And I'll tell you, my knee never actually went down from the swelling. So this happened in the beginning of, or the end of October, I think. No, beginning of October. And then, so I had to go that whole month with crutches, as well as part of November, and then eventually I got called to the hospital and said, hey, we want to look at your knee again. So they started my appointment was there, so they started looking at my knee, and they ended up x-raying my ankle instead of my knee, so we had to go down and get that resituated, so that took like a few more hours than what it was supposed to. And then eventually they said, the doctor said, I can't entirely tell what's wrong with it, but it looks like there's something torn in there, so we're going to go in and schedule you for an emergency MRI. So I mean, it doesn't sound as bad as it does. It just means that I don't have to wait like a week for an MRI. I just go right then and there. So we had to go there. I had to get the MRI. Now that's a weird experience. If you don't know what an MRI is, it's basically this big tube that you go in and they take pictures of you. You got to stay completely still. So that was really hard for me because my knee was kind of bent at like a 45 to 50 degree angle, and I had no support under it really. So I had to like keep it there, and it took probably 40 minutes to get it done. And I had to take, I think, 4 pictures, and it took 40 minutes to do that because I couldn't hold my leg straight. I kept on making it move, and I didn't try to. I tried keeping it still, but you know, your leg gets tired and you gotta take it away. So yeah, that happened, and then after that, we went up to the thing, and the doctor said, yeah, you ripped your bone off, so we're gonna have to go in, open you up, and see what's happening, and we're gonna have to screw you in. So then we wait a weekend. This is actually when Infinite Warfare's weekend was, or like the launch weekend of Infinite Warfare. So I got my game, I got Infinite Warfare, I got to play it for a day, and then I had to go for a surgery. And so what they did was they opened me up. This is what the doctor told me. So they opened me up, and they screwed down the bone. I think they cut it up a little bit and screwed it down. As you can see with the X-ray now, they screwed down the bone, and then that's the end of that. They glued me back. They didn't stitch it. They glued it back up, And I was in the hospital for about 3 days after that. I was supposed to leave the day of, but I couldn't walk, so they kept me until I was able to walk. I watched the presidential debate, or not debate, the actual presidential, like who's gonna run or who's gonna win in the hospital. That was pretty cool. I mean, I'm Canadian, so it doesn't matter a whole lot to me, but you know, I got to watch that, and then I ended up, so I went home, and then that's where we are now. So that's actually a few months after this happened in October, November-ish, and then now we're in July, and my knee is healed up. I can straighten it out completely. They're planning on this November coming up, or I guess if you're watching this when I upload this November coming up, they're planning on opening me back up, taking those screws out, and then sewing me back up, and I'll be good. Hopefully I don't hurt myself again. But yeah, this was a story of how I tore my ACL without actually tearing it. I did take physio and threw it there, and there's not really a whole lot of stories with that. But yeah, that's mainly the gist of it. I hope you guys did enjoy this story. I know I'm not the best at it right now because I'm just starting off with telling stories, so, you know, hopefully I'll get better. But, you know, if you guys did enjoy it right now, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And let me know if you want more of these story things, or if you want me to play a different game while I'm doing stories. I don't know. I'm just my first time again, like I said. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And with all that said, I will see you guys in the next video.